all for coming. Did you know that automobile crashes is the leading cause of death in teens across America? 16-year-olds have a higher crash rate than any other age, and the crash rate per mile driven is 2 times as higher for 16-year-olds than it is for 18-year-olds. Just that 2 years can make that significant difference. In 2010, 2,700 teens were killed, and then 282,000 were sent to emergency and hospitals and were under critical condition between the ages of 16 and 19, just in that year alone. Have you ever seen any commercials recently about texting while driving or drinking while driving and always being alert while driving? I saw a very moving one that was about this woman whose son had lost the use of his lower body after a fatal car crash. A woman that was a teenager was driving, and she sent a text that said, "I'm on my way," to a family member, and ended in a crash. How much is that text worth? How much are our lives worth? We need to step up and take the initiative to protect America. Driving fatal crashes in teens takes too many lives each year, but there's something we can do about it. We can raise the driving age to 18 nationwide. We can still keep the permit age at around 15, so you can have extra years of experience and practice driving. Not only will it save lives, it can also increase road safety. We can decrease the amount of traffic on the roads, which will in turn increase road safety, and we can also save pollution, and we'll have a happy nation after that. The average age across America to legally drive is 16. Robert Davis from the USA Today reported to USA Today from National Institute of Health, and he said that the weakest link, what's called the executive branch of the teen brain, the part that weighs risks, makes judgments, and controls impulse behavior, is less developed in 16-year-olds, and it's more developed in 18-year-olds. We mature every year, and that difference can have a big impact. This part of the brain controls how we analyze situations, and teens that are 16-year-olds can't analyze situations as quickly or as fast, and especially don't have the negative consequences in mind when they make decisions. There are several reasons why teens have this ability to be distracted or not as alert while driving. They can be texting. Often they choose risky behaviors such as speeding or drinking or eating food while they're driving. Often students will put on makeup while they're at a stoplight, or if they're really tired, say they're coming home from a long day at work or at school, they didn't get enough sleep the night before, they may be really tired, or they're trying to listen to their favorite music, they turn it up really loud. You lose the focus and the alertness that you should have 100% of the time while driving. The percentage of the leading cause of accidents for teens is because they're inexperienced. They just don't have that necessary driving behind them or decision making behind them to keep them focused and available. The leading age group for the number of teen crashes is of course between 15 and 19, with 16 being the highest. The reasons why teens, the leading cause of unsafe driving is because teens drive at an unsafe speed, and then they also do not yield the right-of-way. Teens do not have, they're more aggressive drivers, and so they're willing to take this risk. They do not have the experience of life and death situations that maybe older adults have had more encounters with. There's also driving under the influence. There are many teens that even participate in this under the age of 21, the legal drinking age, and they come into accidents with blood alcohol content over the national average. It could be a rite of passage. Many people try and believe that driving when they're 16 is a part of the responsibility, it's part of growing up, part of being an adult. But what is the price we're willing to pay? There was a story about a woman who reported to Huffington Post that her 16-year-old daughter had passed away when she was killed by flipping into a ditch after a car accident. Her mother had discussed how she was driving her daughter earlier before she got her license, and the inconvenience that it had caused her beforehand, and how she was very upset by this. But afterwards she recalled that she would have been willing to take on this inconvenience had it meant that her daughter was still alive. So there's a happy medium we can use. We can still keep the permit age where it is now across statewide, but we can also keep the licensing age at 18 across the nation, and keep those extra years of experience and parent supervision driving, keep that with us, and have that experience so that kids can be able to be more aware and more responsible while driving. According to the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, the effect of raising the legal driving age just to 17 alone could reduce crashes across the nation by 13%. That's a significant amount. Imagine what it could do if we raise it one more year to 18. So what can we do? We can wait a few years. Just hold on for that extra 2 more years before you start driving. I know it's tough, but parents can help you out and you can learn while you're doing it. What you can do to help save lives, you can talk to your local representatives to try and raise the age. You can join campaigns. Students take driver's ed seriously. Make sure you learn what you need to know and be ready for your driver's ed test. Parents and adults can take defensive driving and other safety courses, and make sure you always wear a safety belt. Make sure you're always alert when you get behind the wheel, you're ready to drive. If you're tired or weary, just make sure you get a little rest before you try and go out anywhere, and make sure you're ready to drive all the way where you're going to. So let's save lives and protect America.